Hey guys, welcome and hello and welcome and hello and welcome and hello. Good afternoon, bienvenidos. Happy Tuesday, guys. Welcome and hello and welcome. Boy, much to my surprise, the SMCI filings are still MIA. We've heard nothing. It's about an hour to go in the trading day, I guess. And my understanding is they have like till 5 p.m. Eastern. It's like when NASDAQ offices close, kind of submit this. And I was trying to figure out how this happens because I've never really paid much attention to like the mechanics of filings, like what time of day do you have to, your lawyers have to kind of submit it. There's an electronic submission. Yeah, it's been a rough one, guys. There's no I don't want to try to spin it like yesterday. The stock just fell again. I mean, it was algo controlled, but it wasn't shorting. I mean, I wanted to jump on yesterday, but I just didn't have an opportunity. Make sure you guys have as much information as possible. The interesting thing is institutional long shares continue to go up to 54% of the share count, so 318 million there, and you see. This converted 9-to-1. So when you see 900% increase, that's just the conversion. Now, when you see like 1700% increase, that means, their share count actually doubled. So you see, if anything, most of these institutions that you see filing are adding shares or maintaining their position. And that's, reflective in the share count. But yesterday, just to show you guys, let's see, sorry about that. I didn't have time to prepare anything, guys. Just been totally one of those absolute nut shot days, just nothing going right. Every roof's leaking, falling over, tripping on my wiener, spraining my ankle. These are the types of things that can happen to a man of my age. If your balls are hanging down below your knees, like it's a you got to basically just walk around with a set of orange cones and kind of set them up wherever you go. But anyway, guys, getting old, it's no fun, it's no joke. It's nothing to it's not a laughing matter. Anyway, yeah, the other thing people say is like just with SoFi and stuff is like, oh, if your stocks are down, you won't come on. Like, guys, this is part of life. I mean, this stock was down at 18, it went up to 48, it went back to 25 or 24, whatever it was, went up to 65, and now back to 45. So it's actually the type of retracement you expect to see on a stock with this insane sort of false volatility. I believe for the most part, the volatility isn't really there. I mean, I think, yeah, swing turders and returders are in and out of the stock, but I don't think retail is nearly as flighty as they used to be, not nearly as easy to shake and et cetera. Let me get you guys a check of the live short interest just because I know a lot of you folks are interested in this data, this data set. Looks like they've borrowed change as 2 million returned. They returned about 1.5 million yesterday. Cost to borrow still remains quite low. But remember what I was telling you guys is the relationship between shares on loan and short interest, that was almost double. So you saw almost 200 million shares on loan to about 98 million shares actually sold short. And what will happen is that'll start to flip. Short interest will maintain or maybe go down slightly or up slightly. It'll basically maintain. And shares on loan will just come down and down and down as some of those short longs and shorts flip it to long at the appropriate. And then people are like, well, how could it possibly go to 100? They're like, well, how did these same companies, Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, GIA, whoever owned, how did they push it to 120 last time? And institutional ownership was right up here. Then at the top, they sold off. They dropped it all the way down. They cleaned returders clocks. They bought all the shares back over the last couple months. And now they're going to pump the stock again. It's exactly what they do. It's always what they do. Look at Palantir's falling like a stone. Palantir was what, like 140. Now it's down to 9. I mean, it's the same exact companies. They're doing this. Look, it's the same retracement from Palantir off the highs right now. And they're flipping the stock. That's what these Vanguard, but that's what they do. That's where those massive profits on their books come from, guys. So I have no doubt they know what's going on with this stock. I have no doubt, my thing is, okay, I know I'm always a conspiracy theorist, but look at like SoFi, how they made the senior secured note deal, and people like Uncle Bruce and others were talking about how those mechanics work, how certain shares have to be bought at certain levels, and how they'll make the most money if the stock was pushed up like almost double. And people are like, whoa, that's crazy. There's no way the stock will be up at 14, 15 where they'd want it in the next 6 months. And then boom, like, 6 months later, the stock is right at, 14, 15, all the way up to 18. So it's just some of these guys who really understand the mechanics of this thing. It might be best, to listen to them and not overreact to retracement. Now, I know when the stock was, I was looking for it to hit a high of about 63 and then pull back a bit, went all the way to 65, and the pullback has been, pretty extreme. Like we're talking, 33% or whatever off the highs. So that's pretty extreme retracement, but I just have to believe this is all part of the process. I don't think a company this big with this type of, and back to the conspiracy theory, basically what I was talking about there is the senior secured note folks, okay, they're able to convert, what was it, like 70 or 75 or 80, or some of them convert at like 90. And at the time they made that deal, the price was what it was. But if they're able to, buy shares 30, 35% off of that level, just, a few days later, load the boat and then flip this turd with my Uncle Chucky, my Aunt Sarah, Grandpa BlackRock. I wish I had a Grandpa BlackRock. I wouldn't have to work, so hard that I do. My fingers to the bone. Anyway, guys. So yeah, I just wanted to come, like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they haven't filed. I know it's not good. I know I need a new pair of shorts. Danny needs a new pair of shorts. No, it is what it is, guys. I mean, why are they waiting to the very last minute? I mean, I hate to say it, but KISS, keep it simple, stupid, or what's that? Akim's razor. Like the most obvious answer, or the most apparent answer is usually the correct answer. Is like the reasons their books were probably a mess, and they're trying to check and recheck and double check everything, for accuracy, and because they're going back over a bunch of cocktail napkins and business cards from strippers where they have financials written down, and commission checks that are, are you guys able to cash a second party out of state bank check? Like, who's this? Like, my name is Chucky. I'm with Super Micro. No. The great Marco Guzar has joined us. Let's see. Marco. No, I mean, I'm not worried. Yeah, I lost a lot today, Marco, but I'm, I made a couple hundy on this thing already. So I don't, there's no way I can, even if I lose 100% of what I have in it now, I'm still, way in the green. So I sold my calls at the top, like my short dated calls that were expiring, today and in March, and, but I have all my shares. I have a huge position in SMCX, which I'm just, absolutely losing my shirt on today. Obviously it's 2x leverage. So I'm down, over 20% on that position I have. So, just that loss alone is, I don't know, $30,000 or more. So it is what it is, guys. I mean, this is the game. This is the life we have chosen. My boy, Twinkle Time TV, I forget, I'm not pronouncing your name exactly right, but, one of my best commenters, awesome person, I'm sure, but it's like, this is pain. I say, hey, this is fun. Like, these swings are fun. I like the swings. I like the pain. I like, I like the volatility. I like the action, but, I've always been a gambler, and this stuff doesn't bother me. And this is, I don't put a large part of my assets into a stock like this. This is money I thankfully can afford to lose. I don't want to lose it, but I can afford to lose it. I keep the core, even my core stuff like SoFi, Microsoft, Tesla. I'm getting kicked in both nuts, bent over a barrel for a guided tour of the 50 states, all day today. So there's just nothing but shit today. It's all shit, as the great Al Pacino said. She had a great ass, and you had your head way up in it. Oh. So anyway, guys, sometimes life is just one, solid, decisive kick in the nuts that never seems to end. Yeah, Oak off investment. I haven't, again, guys, I just got into the office. I've been running around a bunch of job sites, chasing my tail like a chicken with his head cut off, a fat chicken, a plump chicken, a roaster, not a fryer. Them fryers are bony. Get you a roaster. Even if you're going to fry it, get you a roaster and just fry it longer. Want to get that grease up to about 340. Don't fry your chicken at 350. It's too hot. It's too hot, guys, especially for dark meat. You're going to be in that bath for, about 27, 28 minutes. 340. Mark my words. Mini Joy's Kids TV took the losses. Yeah, what about the filing? What about the filing? I'd like to know. I believe it or not, Mini Joy Kids TV. I don't know if it seems like it, but I don't know anything you don't know. Yeah, I definitely expected a filing earlier in the day today. I didn't expect them to wait till the last minute, but people have this insane belief that, management of these public companies care about us and are concerned with our nerves and feelings and what we do with our position. And they're not. They're not. They wouldn't, piss on us if we were on fire. They don't care about us whatsoever. They barely care about themselves. Most of the people that get into these positions of power, sociopaths, at least full of self-loathing, malignant narcissists. Takes one to know one, but no, it's if you think CFOs sitting around wanting to go, well, I know retail investors are really sweating this out. We better get this filing. And these guys want to stay out of prison. They definitely don't care about your feelings. I think it was Charles Barkley who said, I'm not a role model. Neither am I. But anyway, so yeah, it is what it is, guys. I guess, they don't have to, file before the market closes, but I think they have to, send the stuff electronically to NASDAQ by 5 p.m. Eastern. That's my understanding. That's what one of my brokers, so I might be wrong about that. I didn't have access to who you really need to ask is the CFO or the general counsel, somebody who's, high up in legal compliance, financial department of a public company. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone like that on my staff. Do I? Is anybody here? No, I don't have anybody. Anybody? No, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. It's a no. It's a hard no. In fact, I have no staff. There's nobody here. Princess J has to help me. QT holds down the fort when I'm not here. I used to have staff, but they couldn't stand me. Oh, anyway. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what to tell you. We're just going to have to sweat this one out. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people thought they're going to file at noon my time. That was 6 minutes ago. I haven't heard anything. Haven't seen anything. Don't know anything. Brain synapses are barely firing. Yeah, so looks like the stock's popping up a few pennies, but it's been doing this all day, bobbing up and down like an apple. Remember those really bad jokes from your kid? What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs floating in a pool? Bob. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs sitting on your porch? Matt. There's some bad jokes. Very, very bad jokes. Anyway, so anybody have anything interesting to say? I'll read your comments, but I don't want to get into a whole editorializing on why I think, this company is undervalued, why I think they'll, capture a lot of this data center market. The export control stuff and tariff stuff, that stuff in this day and age does not tend to last forever. Trade wars are really not that beneficial for anybody. I don't know if anything happened. The stock just popped back up above 47 momentarily, but it's been doing this all day. It ran up to 48, and I think it ran up higher than that early. Pre-market, I think it ran back to 55, and I was getting my hopes up. I'm like, really? Is it going to do something? Is it? Huh? Maybe? No. Oh, no. Yeah, no. It's like my staff. No, it's a hard no. So yeah, no news. I mean, everybody's talking about NVIDIA. Obviously, it's been pulling down the whole AI market there a little bit. But yeah, Just nothing. I wish I wish there was some point to this video other than just watching a fat guy stammer. Why is the guy who runs Britain named like Keir Steamer? Why does he have that? Like I saw something of him in like military fatigues, and he still had like his little like, that little deal where like people who are getting older and think they want to be cool, like they don't want to have a mohawk, so they just kind of like push their hair to like a point in the middle, and they think it makes them like look young and hip, like Kurt Loder. There's nothing young and hip about Kurt Loder dressed in all black, just being extremely pale. It's not young, it's not hip, it's not cool. Hey guys, you see I'm young. I have a K-Rock sticker. Dude, that's from 1987. Oh my God. Oh my God. OMG, guys. You're not going to believe who it is. It's not a lurker. It's J Money checking in. Guy's a warrior. Guy's down, but he's not out. He's battling. Dude, hopefully J Money feeling better. Thank you. I appreciate that. I actually have some bottled water, thank God, because Princess J is now running my life in terms of the practical matters, the things that count. So we actually have clean water to drink because they say there's bad stuff in filtered tap water. I don't know, guys. So basically, there's no point whatsoever in any of this show, if that wasn't completely obvious. Let's see, guys. Yeah, J Money, not a lurker. Absolutely. Uncle Chucky. Yeah. Dude, Uncle Chucky's using a carrier pigeon. He's like, he's on like, he wants to save money. So he sends all his documents with a free like 30-minute AOL dial-up CD. Like, like, are we connected? Like, upload the statement. It's like, he doesn't want to pay for high-speed internet at home. Putting all his money into like fraudulent wineries where he's supposed to be saving out of work trees. Like, do trees really care if they get saved, or is it just just kind of for people to feel better? It's like George Carlin. He's like, people keep talking about saving the planet. It's like, the planet's fine. Like, you're worried about yourself. Feed the children, protect the children, save the children. Fuck the children. That's what I say. I wish management would. Yeah, I wish that Vincent Vandenberg, the only billionaire gracing us with his presence on the channel, he's got the sort of the gravitas of a Columbo combined with the the complexion of an Undertaker. But we love him. We love Vincent Vandenberg over here. He's got sort of the face of a man who has a ton of money invested in the markets, made a lot of good decisions, but he just needs to break it up with some levity. So he listens to this fat carnival barker here at Un Poco Mas. Guys, by the way, it is Un Poco Mas, the show where we try to give you just a little bit more. My name, of course, is Cornbread because I am moist, doughy, and I crumble under pressure. They call me Little Danny Cornbread DeCarlo. They've been known to call me Egg Salad because I'm all mixed up, and by the end of the day, I smell bad unless I'm refrigerated. They've also been known to call me the Tugboat because I'm short in stature. I pull more than my own weight, and I'm rarely far from my home port. They also call me Crisco because I'm a little bit of fat in the can, if you know what I mean. A little fat in the can. Guys, I told you before, if you ever meet anybody who clicks, know what I mean? Know what I mean? Just get away. Don't make a business deal. Like, they're going to want to make a business deal where you put in cash. How about you add cash? Well, you want to put something in writing? Now, let's close it with a handshake. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Yeah. My word is my bond. I gotcha. Yeah. Why not just seal it in blood? What is this, like 1400 pirate deal? Greg, my broker, and he didn't seem to know for sure, thought it was 5 o'clock Eastern. They had to, basically, that's when, the people at NASDAQ go home. I can't swear whether that's true or not, but that's somebody who I respect their opinion and who I know knows a lot. Like, they're not in the, publicly traded company executive. They're, like a stockbroker type person, but just generally very knowledgeable about, compliance and such. But, an MBA type, not a lawyer type. So I don't know which one you'd rather, drown in the bottom of the ocean, or just handcuff them together and drown them both. But, hey, they're making money. They're smart. Unlike me, they're intelligent. I took money off the table, but I just don't hedge. I don't put in these trailing stop losses because obviously I would have sold out my whole position a long time ago. And that's not my goal here. My goal here is to see these numbers, see this, 40 plus billion in sales next year, see this trading at least 3x forward sales. That would be $120 billion market cap. And I think that's very conservative for what this is worth, a company growing. And people are like, well, you're not looking at the multiples, EPS multiples of Dell and HP. And I'm like, yeah, but they're not growing their business like this. Those were mature companies already. And frankly, I don't think they can touch SMCI's liquid cooling with a 10-foot pole. I don't think they want to. If you have a 10-foot pole, see a doctor immediately, especially if it lasts longer than 4 hours. That's a problem. But anyway, guys, yeah, when they came out with the numbers a couple of weeks ago, I thought, hey, they have this thing in the bag. I mean, they have to basically have the numbers lined up, a little fine tuning left, a few things to sign off on, a little bit of push and pull between auditors and, management, which is sort of a normal process, I think. But to be honest, I mean, I've never worked for a major public corporation. I've never been inside this process. I'm, of course, not focused, reliable, intelligent enough. I don't have the training, the education, the background, the breeding to take on that type of responsibility. But they won't even let me sit near the exit row in an airline. Like, hey, Beverly, can we put this fat guy in row 12? Oh, fuck no. Should we upgrade him to first class? Fuck no. Put him back by the bathroom. Could I get some water? Shut up. Throw some peanuts at him. I'm not a baby elephant. I'm a people. And I have people feelings. Dude, have you ever stuffed? I don't know how big you guys are, but I just lost a bunch of weight to get down, trying to get down near 300 pounds, at least in that general vicinity. These coach seats, and I don't mean to get into like a Seinfeld style, what's the deal with coach? I mean, come on. I'm shaped like a refrigerator. You're trying to fit me into a seat that looks like it was made for a Kindle. I mean, what's the deal? So anyway, what's the time now in America? It's POCO time, baby. 3, 2, 1, let's POCO. No, it's about 12:15. It's about 15 minutes afternoon Pacific time out in Los Angeles. That makes it about 3:15 p.m. out in NYC, the financial hub of the world. Blah blah blah. So yeah, it's 3:15 p.m. in what most of the world would consider America time, which is Eastern time, New York time. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's one of these things where you can just say, holy monkey fucking shitballs. Fuck me in the goat ass. Maybe I don't look the part. I'm not photogenic. I scare small children. I don't shower regularly. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Yeah, so I'm just kind of like hanging out, filling time, trying to stretch until, they file. But I'm like, it's just dead air. Like, there's just nothing, there's nothing coming. I'm like, hit it. Like, but anyway, so dead air is not exciting for anybody. Excited is not the word I would use. I was slightly over 2 hours. That's my understanding, Benet. I slightly under 2 hours, but I'm not sure if that's true, guys. I'm not sure if that's true. It might be that they have up till midnight. It might be that they can file up until they open tomorrow. I don't think it's okay, if they don't file today, it's they're automatically delisted. I don't think that's how it works. I think they can also appeal again, make an apply for a special exemption, a special extension if there's some particular. I'm starting to think, why haven't they filed? There's some particular sticky legal issue that they don't want to disclose, or there's, you know, some type of criminal investigation, something that, you know, material fact that they would, you know, have to disclose at the, I don't know, but I don't see what benefit this gets you, unless it goes back to my conspiracy that the senior secured note deals, the insiders, you know, really do know that 45 billion in sales is coming, and they know the contracts are there, and they want to accumulate more shares as low as possible. But then you have to ask yourself, well, if they knew that, was why didn't they do that back at 18? Why didn't they do that back at 25? Well, that senior secured note deal wasn't really signed, sealed, and delivered. I'm your signed, sealed, I'm your. I can't really do that falsetto anymore, guys. Once my testicles descended last month. Oh, it was a happy day. Let's see, my voice. Hello, and welcome. Welcome and hello and welcome. Gee, mister, your voice sure sounds different. I know. Let's see. They could be sued for that because they would have had to disclose the delay by. Yeah, that's George. Exactly. Like, it'd be sued by 100 of these, you know, ambulance chasing law firms. Is like Grok is saying it's by 5. Okay, that may very well be true. Ali or Ali. Probably, I think that's Ali, judging by your last name. But let's see. I like Ali Sheedy. So war games. How about a nice game of chess? No thanks. Let's play globothermonuclear war. How do you get it to play itself? Number of players, 0. Anyway, guys, the duties of Professor Falcon. Well, that was a great movie, dude. And Matthew Broderick killed some guy, run him over in England, allegedly. I don't know if that's true, but somebody told me that. And I was like, Matthew, really? It doesn't sound right. And I Googled it, and some nonsense. Uncle Chucky is slamming big draft beers down at Hooters, his face buried in running a motorboat, excessive tip on some chicken wings. Let's see. CEO of Microtog talks Bluxes and sinks. Yeah, I guess they're saying everybody's going to pull back on this stuff now. The dudes are taking. Yeah, that's one thing I speculated is I don't think they're going to want to go to the pink sheets, but they could definitely take this thing private with the, you know, holders of the senior secured note. BlackRock has been known to take companies private. I haven't really heard of like Vanguard taking companies private, but you know, what the fuck do I know? Some fact online. Stupid turder. Guys, by the way, hello and welcome. Hello. Thank you for joining us on this extremely special edition of Moon Poco Moss. The only, you know, sort of saving grace, sort of silver linings playbook, the Bradley Cooper to my Robert De Niro, if you will, is, you know, volume is actually ticking back up a little bit today. And the other thing I'll just point out, which is sort of apropos of nothing, is see where this stopped at 47. See where this topped out last time twice, back here on the 3rd and 9th of November, sort of topped out at 45 and then 48. It's kind of where it's holding right now. And then look, lo and behold, where did this thing just really, really, really consolidate and make a market between August 28 and, you know, October 29, 2024? It's at this exact same level, guys. It's at this exact same level. Sorry, I can't talk or think. Sorry, I just don't have anything, you know. Sorry, this program really doesn't have anything to offer. Story of my life. Story of my life. You guys like Social Distortion? Used to see them at the K-Rock Almost Acoustic Xmas. That was a fun time. You guys go to a lot of shows when you're young? I don't go to shows anymore. This is these bits on like what it's like trying to get out after you're 30 and then trying to get out after you're 40. You just get toward 50. You just don't want to do anything. It's like, you know, go into a rock show. Sounds like you're getting sentenced to like 3 to 5 years in medium security prison. Like, oh my God, I have to take my medication. I have to put on my ankle brace. I have to get my electronic monitoring thing, you know, ask my PO if I can leave the house. So many things you have to do. getting ready to go on vacation. Get somebody to water the plants, talk to your parole officer. Oh, this stupid thing just bounces up and down. Just 20, every time it goes up like 50 cents, I'm like, oh, they filed. I'm like, no, they wah, 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 wah. Hey, you guys ever seen a disappointed fat guy? Come look. It's exciting. See, he gets all happy. He's smiling. Wah. Maybe he's hungry. Well, he's definitely hungry. Oh, I hate you guys. I hate you so much. Why is Jeremy Miller's mug always staring at me in those color change glasses that pronounced Kevin Spacey Unusual Suspects hairline? Every time I look down at the comments, it's that mug, that old Jeremy Miller, the J Mill, the Pepper Mill, they used to call him. She'll grind you up. Back on the old sports court, they called him the Pepper Mill because he'll grind you up. Hey, is that Miller? I think so. Why does he have that receding hairline? High school. He's like, well, this is some kind of a weird flashback on the Unpoco Mas program. It's made up. Guy doesn't even know who Jeremy Miller is. He's inferring a lot of things from his creepy color change eyeglasses. His receding Kevin Spacey hairline. I think this Unpoco guy's not right in the head. Say that again. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of this video. I can't ramble forever about Jeremy Miller's glasses and, male pattern baldness issues. I got my own problems to deal with. Believe me. And they are plentiful. Expecting twins soon. Pepe and Pedro. Oh, the apples of my eyes. Anyway, guys, imagine institutional holders. Buena suerte, Jeremy. Jeremy's a good sport. I'm sure he's actually probably the most down-to-earth, reliable guy. Some reason I don't trust those color change glasses. Perhaps it was because I had one friend who stole a bunch of money from me, and he had those transitions lenses. He transitioned a bunch of money from me to him, and then transitioned himself out of town. Like one of those guys, like call his parents, like, you know where Bill is? He's like, no. Tell him I'm not here, Mom. No, we haven't seen him. If he's there eating ice cream on the couch, could you tell him he owes me rent money from 1991, please, por favor. Anyway, guys, so here it goes up again. I don't know if anything happened or if this is just my itchy colon. Your Spanish is maybe worse than mine, but which is really hard to do. Consumer sentiment can tickle these nuts. I agree with you, Jason Watkins. Championship Grandmaster chess player Jason Watkins joined us. Grandmaster, don't move until you see it. It's 12 moves away. Don't move until you see it. I can't see it, Ben Kingsley. I've never won an Oscar. What? What's 10 moves away? Shut up, Chaz Palminteri. I'm the only one in this waiting room with the intellect to even communicate with your son, you oaf. Even your wife knows you're a hapless oaf. Your over-competitiveness, your lack of intellect and empathy are ruining this boy. Josh Watson. It could have been a grandmaster. What? What's 12 moves away? It's like, shut up. See Ben Kingsley just backhand Chaz Palminteri really hard. They cut that scene out. Chasing Bobby Fischer, great movie. Take the draw. We can share the championship. Look at the board. He's like, I have. You've lost already. You just don't know it. Take the draw. Move. Fucked up, son. You mistook kindness for weakness. Not with Josh Watson. Not with a Grandmaster. Dude, I start crying whenever I see that scene where he gives him the real certificate. What's wrong with me? Does it make me less of a man that I cry on like the really stupid Hallmark chick flick like type of movie? He's like giving him Doesn't matter. I have 1,000 of them. I printed them off. I Xeroxed them. And he's cops like the Grandmaster certificate. And then finally he gives him a good one. What a touching moment. That's a great movie. Why didn't that kid get more roles? He's a good actor. Anyway, what's up, super secret ninja me? It's not that secret anymore. So anyway, guys, we're waiting for something to happen. It's not happening. Waiting on the phone, waiting for you to call me up. Tell me I'm not alone. 'Cause I want somebody to shove. I need somebody to shove. I want somebody to shove me. Oh, Soul Asylum. I got so many texts here, guys. So many effing texts. So by a bunch of people who hate me. You guys have any haters? I got so many haters. And it's not because like they're jealous of me. They just really genuinely don't like me. I don't mean like haters, like, oh, people want to drag me down. It's like people who just don't want to be around me. They find me obnoxious, a little bit off-putting. You're just too much. It's like that, fat black guy who was like one of the dance coaches, and what was that? It's not cool to talk about Puff Daddy anymore, but he doing that show with like all those girls, and like, it wasn't Rock the Vote. It was like, you're out of the studio. And they had this one dude. He was just like this dance guy, but he's just like this 300-pound black guy, and you just don't know where he came from, but he was a really good dancer. It's like, you're too much. I just always remember him saying that to one of those girls, like, you're too much. I don't know what. You're too much. I don't remember what even the hell the name of that show was. It was actually funnier, the parody they did of it on Chappelle's show. It's like, name the 5 greatest rappers of all time. It's like Dylon. I think that was a different show. It's like Diddy Kane and Diddy Doof. Oh, I think Diddy's still in jail, or rightly so, in my opinion. That detention center there, that's no place to be, man. There's a lot of like, I'm just too fat and good looking to commit any felonies or crimes in general. Like, I just I guess I'm just not a sick sociopath who likes to hurt people. So that's not an issue for me, but I'm not tempted to steal either, or like cheat on my taxes. And so I'm like, I just rather pay. Not worry about going to prison. Seems, I guess I'm a conformist. I have a passion for conformance. I really don't, but it's like, I just never went one to, color too far outside the lines. I was like, is that an electric fence? I'm not going to touch that again. But people are built different. Oh, Rob Schneider, I loved you. And I don't know what the hell were some of those movies are in. Making the copies. Rob Schneider now does those. He's like a big MAGA guy. He just does those like things on the internet. He's like, fuck you on the libs. He just says these things where he's like owning the libs. What's up, Margin Call Mike? How you doing? Hopefully you're not getting called today. Me and Danny at the same time. Nala News, John mediating. That the reason? Yeah, we're crashing the markets. Believe me. Making the band. Yeah, that's it. It's like, you're too much. We don't hate you either. Clap my dog. We don't hate you either. Who could hate a golden retriever? Golden retrievers are the best. What did I do with the money? I put mine in the bank. I'm gonna get me a bigger boat. Yeah, they're crashing the whole market, pushing everything down. I mean, it's not just this. Tobias, when and if, man, when and if. I was hoping to, but might be sooner that the cows come home, hell freezes over. They'll file these papers the day my hair starts falling out. Line from Big Ern McCracken. Didn't I tell you to call me Ernie or Big Ern? Like, Ernie, why you have this bag of sugar? For my morning coffee. Jump in. Do me a favor. Go ahead and eat that outside and then come on back in. Supplemental? Supplemental? Yeah, it means extra money. Want to earn some extra money? Trying to fill some time here, guys. Trying to fill some time here. Party and an after party. Ain't no party like a Hurricane Lopez party because it has high blood pressure. I came, I saw, I had anxiety, I went home. I don't mind him getting delisted over the long term, but it's going to be very painful to people who are skittish. Your shares, a lot of people think your shares will actually become more valuable. Let's see. I don't know who that is. Hold on one sec, guys. Hello and welcome once again to me. Still no filing. Still, middle-aged, chunky, still in pain, experiencing a bit of lower back pain. Basically holding steady, holding on strong. Hairline receding, but holding. What's going on, guys? What's going on? The great not a lurker. So yeah. I don't know. I wanted to hang on till it's filing, but I got a bunch of work to do. I got to return that phone call. There's really nothing going on. Yeah, that was BDO. Like I said, I think Uncle Chucky has got a gun to the head of the auditor's head. He's like, either your signature or your brains are going to be on that paper. It's like the cartels say, take the money, blood or money. One of the two. Your blood or you take our money. But yeah, I mean, maybe there's some, like I said, if they want their counterparties to be able to buy as low as possible, maybe there's benefit to those people for them filing after the market closes. Because you have to think they had this thing done over the weekend. This is like me turning in a poli-sci term paper. These guys should not be waiting, but this is how they run this company. I mean, they run this company like it's mom and pop operation. They're trying to sell 40 billion next year. Dude, 40 billion ain't a lemonade stand. You're not running a little stall down at the local flea market. It's in the great food truck race. You're just not the prophet with Marcos Melitzos. I believe in three things: people, product, process, mom jeans, and dress shirts under a sweater. Marcus, that's 5 things. Did I say mom jeans? Yeah, twice. All right, 6 things. That's the key to the profit, is those mom jeans. That's how you maximize your margins. I'm not going to invest in tight pants. What if I were to gain weight? Like Hurricane Lopez, that guy on YouTube. What if I were to get fat and egg-shaped and pear-shaped? Just really let myself go. I'd be glad I purchased these mom jeans. A little bit of extra room in the seat. Helps me analyze the financials quickly, get to know the family. So you're the useless son with the drug habit? It's ruining the whole business that your grandfather built? Yeah, Marcus, I'm angry. I'm so angry. I was born into this. I had all the privilege in the world, and now, they don't want to let me be CEO. All because I have a drug problem and a criminal record. I beat my wife. Like I could see where that would be problematic. Yeah. Marcus, are you wearing mom jeans? He's like, yeah, I am. I just explained that. You're late. That's why you want to be on time for meetings. All right, Marcus, you made your point. I love you. They always love the guy. It's like my favorite guy is the guy who was like an actual mafioso guy, Peter, in Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares. So maybe they can. Attila the Hun is here. Maybe Attila Torgay is saying they can actually file up until midnight. So if that's the case, then we got time. What are we worried about? We got tons of time. Take your time, Uncle Chucky. Nobody's worried over here. Good thing I ordered a gross of Depends when they were on sale down at CVS. Why does CVS still print those 6-foot receipts? Why haven't they been stopped? I mean, of all the things the wackadoo environmentalists pursue in California, and I'm an environmentalist in the sense, it's not to say I'm like some big I'm just an environmentalist in the sense that I love the outdoors. I think, why destroy the environment? I'm sensibly, I'm not like some kind of radical person, but I don't even really know what I was talking about. What's up, Garrison? Love you too, brother. This is the last extension. That's not necessarily true from what I understand. The NASDAQ can make whatever exceptions they want, But yes, I think this is the last extension. I think you're right. There are no more offered, like how Rushmore does not offer a supplemental, 13th year, but Max Fisher was still going to create one. He's really making a go of it over at Grover Cleveland. Rushmore, another highly underrated film. File now or they get delisted. No other extension left. No, we all know. Yeah, no, you're right. Sunday morning. It's not by law. Actually, it's these are NASDAQ rules. It's not there's no law that says they have to delist them immediately. I don't think that's true, but you'd have to show me that law. I don't think there's any. These are NASDAQ regulations. The NASDAQ decides to delist them. The NASDAQ can decide when to delist them. Yeah, I mean, BW, that's a very good point. I mean, this really, if you really look at the chart, it really bounced off the 200-day moving average. I mean, it crept above it for just a couple of days, and then it pulled it back down. And that's the same thing. It hadn't even been near the 200-day for a long, long, long time. So that is a very fair point. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Yeah. But I mean, it's not like, okay, there's some, federal securities law that says they have to delist them if they don't file 8 months after this is, yeah, you're right. NASDAQ rules. That's rules and regulations are different than laws, but I get your point. Sunday morning coming down, and the beer I had for breakfast tasted pretty good, so I had one more for dessert. Sunday morning coming round. Johnny Cash song, folks. Great Johnny Cash. Time to ditch 750. I don't know. I'm not ditching the stock. I think they're going to file. I think it's not going to be delisted again. I think these, the note buyers, the big shareholders, I don't think they've dumped. Maybe they have. Maybe they don't. It didn't seem like there was enough action up there. It seemed like, returners are being, but I would be surprised if like Vanguard and BlackRock dumped all their shares in the 60s, knowing that this company just a year ago ran to like one. I think they'd want to push the stock up to like 200. But, this could all be part of a shakeout, or this could all be part of a crash, back to the 20s. We just don't know. We just don't know what their plan is. Because remember, market makers, they don't care about all the emotion. They don't have all the swings. This isn't their money. So if the stock swings from 20 to 60 back to 25 and then it goes to 200, that's fine with them. They only care about where they buy and where they sell. They're not like us where, they agonize over all the in-between time. Stock crashing back down again. So, guys, I think it's looking less and less likely that they're going to file during the trading day. We got 20 minutes left. So it's my guess is they'll file right after the bell. Like, I just don't think they're going to, not file at all and be delisted. But maybe BDO, found some real stinky stuff and won't sign off. I mean, that's possible. I don't see why, as long as they're honest, as long as the numbers are true, that's what they're signing off on. They're not signing off on whether it's a good business or whether they've lied or whether they've broken the law in the past. So I would think they'd be able to get the audit done. But anyway, guys, I got to run. I got to return a bunch of phone calls. If anything happens, I'll jump back on, or I can leave this on for a few minutes and just go make my phone calls. If that, they won't say they were confident. Yeah, I wouldn't say they were like super confident. That's my only thesis that they filed last minute. Sunday morning, I have been speculating for a while that they're going to use this filing as a weapon against the shorts and sort of time it for maximum damage. But I don't know if that's now. I mean, are you going to get a bigger short squeeze after hours than you would have during trading? I would think you'd get, maximize the pain during trading, if anything. But, it is what it is. I wish something else was going on, obviously, in terms of, in terms of these filings. I wish they were already done and everything, but that's just not the case. So, yeah, stock down another 10% today, 46, holding tight. Yeah, I got to follow instructions, guys. I'm getting marching orders here from Not a Lurker. And I'm going to lose my voice anyway. I've been talking for almost an hour now. So, and plus there's 187 people, watching, which is California Penal Code for murder. So 187. Anyway, guys, that's neither here nor there. I will talk to you guys if there's anything to report. Plus, I want to talk about SoFi. I definitely want to talk about NEO. So many videos I want to make, guys. I want to make a CRISPR video. I want to make a 10x video. I've been just harping on SMCI because this has been one of my, my biggest growth momentum position I've been throwing things into. But anyway, guys, it is, of course, Un Poco Mas, the show where we try to give you just a little bit more. We'd like to thank the great Not a Lurker J Money for producing the show. And we also great Alberto Berti Aviles, who I believe is still on vacation. Would like to also thank Arnie, Sunday Morning, Charted Travel, DW, Marco Guzar. Want to thank AD. Want to thank Senpai, Kohai, JJ, Ben Kahan, B-Dub, Charted Travel. Everybody else, guys. Everybody else. Brian with a Y, who was here. The great Margin Call Mike, Attila the Hun, the great Grandmaster Josh Watskin. We got Rob Schneider from Saturday Night Live. We got the Beach Boys. We got Cork in the Ocean. I wish it was in the ocean. We got who else? We got George Spilk. I am a man. I'm probably not the man, but I'm a man. I'm going to pour some more money into SMCX like a complete idiot probably as soon as I'm done with this video, which is why I want to get off this thing. Steve in the Mountains, great Steve in the Mountains. We got Super Secret Ninja Me, of course, the great Richard Marks. The great Richard Marks is here from Canada. Everything no, that was Brian Adams. Do it for you. You know it's true. Everything I do. Oh. What was Richard Marks' song? What was his big famous song? I know he had that big, like, crow-like hair. I don't know. In Search of Tea is here. What's my current position? I'm seated. Rolling Dubs, great Rolling Dubs. Yeah, they're going to file Friday after a few drinks. No, I'm going to try to stop now. I got David St. Sloth here. David St. Tooth, Sawtooth, Sawbuck. They're waiting for aftermarket to close release update. What time is NASDAQ? People are saying it's 5:30. People are saying it's midnight. People are saying they don't know. If you're me, people are saying they're clueless. People are saying they're chunky. People are saying they're hungry. People are saying they want a cheeseburger. People are saying drink filtered tap water. Anyway, guys, I hate you all. I got to go. Peace. I'm out. Thank you. Un poco mas. Tell a friend. Don't tell a friend. Whatever. Peace.